Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back indeed. It's been a couple weeks, but like I said, I'm gonna try to keep up to date with videos, and again, still been playing this game pretty consistently, so I'm gonna keep uploading as consistently as I'm playing. But in this video, I wanted to focus on the Demeter, because the Demeter, man, it is insane still. You could still do a lot of things with the Demeter, and it only makes me scared for Pixonic to release a UE one. I really hope that doesn't happen, because that'll render this one completely useless, I feel like. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started after I show you guys just the robots and the equipment that I'm using in this video. We'll get started here in a second. But just to talk about the Demeter, I have the Crocos on it, and they are probably one of the best weapons you could possibly put on the Demeter in this current meta. Mainly because, just like the Amit, because that's what these weapons are meant for, the Absorber, whenever it takes damage, the weapons also power up as well, which is also nice. So, you know, we're gonna have a little fun with that, and especially since this is such a support robot, getting in the middle of a lot of firepower is something this robot does a lot. So these weapons are definitely the best weapons you could probably put on it. But here I am in the middle of the map. I'm just using that to support my teammates, so I can teleport to anybody I can. Usually, even on Springfield and maps like that, I'll hang out in the middle of the map so I can quickly get to my teammates if I need to. I maybe used my ability a little too earlier. I could have used it on him, maybe protected him a little bit more so I could have protected that beacon. But I'm gonna go over there and help him out as much as I can. We gotta focus this right beacon because they're putting a lot of pressure on it. You can see right there, another guy just spawning over there, but that guy on the left, he's stalking me. He wants this beacon back, but we're gonna make it real difficult for him. You see that friendly guy over there? I'm just gonna protect him. Just like, again, you see how well you can use the Demeter to protect your teammates, to protect beacons even. I'm sitting right on the beacon trying to scare him off so that he doesn't capture our beacon. And then my teammate will go ahead and finish him off as soon as I shoot him one more time. But you saw that guy in the back trying to shoot me with his Leodari or Crocos or whatever he has at the moment. I think it was a Tev, if I wasn't mistaken. Yeah, so already lost a weapon, of course. Already losing weapons, even though I can get back to full HP with my ability, surprisingly. Yep, you saw that Mars launch that. I knew he was chilling in the back, just waiting for me, but we need to keep this beacon, so I need to hold it down. This thing is surprisingly a tank. It does not go down very easily, and with that ability coming back every 12 to 13 seconds, it's still a good robot, even though it was released years and years ago. Making my way back to middle because, ooh, wow, he got popped. Insta-done. That guy is definitely angry. I can definitely tell. But anyways, making our way back. Again, just being supportive, not being like too in the front lines unless I have my ability and phase shift ready. We're just chilling in the back beacon. I see that right beacon over there. I just don't want to push over there quite yet because I'm waiting for my friend to go over there. I see that he's in trouble. I'm going to teleport over there, and then I'm going to push myself. So I'm just going to chill right there for a minute, see if he wants to help me push. We can change this beacon quicker. But now you guys see I'm down to one weapon thanks to motherships, unfortunately. So we're probably going to ditch out of this robot. But, I mean, it's still useful because its ability itself is still super, super useful. I tried to put phase shift here to see if my teammates would take down the Aegis shield, and they did a little too late, but they took care of it anyway, so all good. Just using it to protect my teammates, and I'm sure you've noticed by now, but as the Absorber takes damage, the glowing on the back of my weapons glow more, which means that I do more damage. Again, the Absorber takes all the damage for me, so I don't need to. There's only certain robots that these weapons work with, and the Demeter, again, is almost meant for this robot. I tried to go back to spawn back on my teammates. It didn't work. I don't think it targeted any one of my teammates in time, but I'm gonna back up anyways. I see that there's a Titan here on the right beacon again. They're really putting some pressure here on that right beacon, so I'm gonna drop into this bedware, and then we're gonna put in some work. We're about to put in some work in that Rook over there. I already know that Rook is probably gonna run away after I sit on that beacon, but one of the reasons I have this Titan is because I can sit on a beacon and not give it up for at least 2 minutes, no matter how many people are shooting me. Walking up to this right beacon, I'm tired of them taking it from me, so now we're walking up with the Titan. I see this Annexer up there. He's I thought I would be able to walk up the wall, but it kind of stopped me, so I had to kind of walk almost a little bit around it. But he had his ability one more time, and he managed to get an entire clip into me, which is unfortunate. But now that we have our shield up, I think we'll be okay for a moment. We just gotta hold this beacon down, so I think I'm just gonna chill over here on the right side, putting in some good damage into that rook over there. And then, yeah, you see how they're already trying to put some pressure on that right beacon already. So I'm just going to chill right here in the middle so I can protect the middle and the right beacon. This guy over here, he's trying to take the middle beacon again. And unfortunately, since I'm in my Titan, I can't go in the middle. So I'm going to have to leave that to one of my teammates. So then I push right again, help them out because they look like they're getting slaughtered over there. So at least we'll be able to help them out. This rook is definitely going to take a lot of damage. I push back a little bit just so they can't shoot me and I could take this Titan one-on-one, just because I know more than not that I'm going to be able to take anything on one-on-one. Holding this beacon, again, I don't want them to change it. I already noticed how equal our beacon bars are, so I'm just trying to hold down our beacon bar as long as possible. Unfortunately, there's nothing but the newer weapons around, and they also give me rust and stuff like that too, so I'm not going to be able to hold this beacon down too much longer. But I did my job. We almost have all 5 beacons, and that's exactly what we needed. We have more than half the team on us, which is perfect, so that means that the rest of my team can go around running beacons, which is amazing, and it seems like they're doing so. Just trying to put in as much damage as possible. This Annexer is ridiculously annoying. I tried to take him down, but they took me down, unfortunately. And I think next we spawn in with the Ducks, or actually the Ammits. So I needed to drop this one because now I want to push their right beacon, or my left beacon, because they've been putting way too much pressure on that left beacon, and we need to kind of separate them out so that we can keep maybe at least 3 beacons to keep up our lead. But you saw that Murdermets, he EMP'd me, didn't really do much. I was just walking against the wall so that I could avoid some of his shots. But now that we're going to sit on this beacon, we have my Titan here behind me. I'm going to try to stand in front of him so that they'll shoot me rather than him, and maybe shoot my arms over and make me stronger. As you can see, the weapons in the back, they're getting stronger as I'm getting shot. But I'm just going to keep holding this beacon as long as I can. That's exactly what this robot does well. I tried to walk into that Swords bubble because normally they're a one-shot to me if I walk in their bubble when they come near me. But unfortunately, he pushed me away, so I wasn't able to. But have to walk right back on that beacon. I see that the Newton is lifting him in the air so that I can capture the beacon back. But we're going to keep sitting right here so that he can't get us. Well, so that he can't get the beacon. He pushes me out of the way again, and unfortunately he takes it, but I think this being a tank, it did as well as it could. I don't put on my healing modules or anything like that, mainly because I feel like it's pointless. They're going to hold the beacon anyways, and the robot did its job, so I'm not really too nervous about it. Spawning back, now that I don't have my Titan, now I am a little bit nervous because now I can't hold down, and I still see Titans on the battlefield, which is exactly why I dropped my Ducks, because it's the only robot that can actually do decent damage to a Titan, and the only robot that has taken down multiple Titans that I have currently. We're going to try to push to the middle right now. We need to capture as many beacons as possible. I think that Murdermets is holding that beacon, unfortunately, and then that guy in the middle kind of stopped me from capturing that beacon. And exactly like with the Ducks, you can't push beacons with it because it's too fragile. It's one shot to most weapons in this or in the current meta, right? So it's super squishy, but use my ability for defense like I always do. Put in some rounds into him. Even with his reflector, I could still do some pretty good damage because of the weapons I have on it. And unfortunately, he took off my snare, so my drones will no longer shoot, and I go down after that, unfortunately. Wow, that Pathfinder has been super annoying. I'm kind of freaking out now because I see that the beacon bar is extremely low, and so I want to win by beacons at this point. So I try to sneak by this Minos. I try to sneak by him and capture the beacon behind him, but he sees me, unfortunately, and he's tracking behind me. And luckily for me, he only has one weapon. But this Teth is a very new Teth to my hanger, so it's not as strong as it should be. But we're trying to teleport to the other beacon. It couldn't make it, unfortunately, so hold that beacon down, but I'm still walking over there to try to capture the other one. to turn as many at least white to hold off our bar, because you can see that our bar is dropping off very quickly. I'm gonna leave him alone so that he can take him down. I think he can take him down while I go over there to the other side and try to capture the beacon on the other side. But unfortunately, as you can see, our beacon bar is a little too low and they are capturing too many beacons all at the same time. Plus, our time is running out, unfortunately. So this is the unfortunate end of the game, but as you can see, again, the Demeter at the beginning of the game lasted probably about half the game and did a lot to protect that right beacon, more than I think of the other robots that I use, for example, like the Amit, and of course not the Bedware, but the Bedware is a walking fortress. Nothing's gonna take that thing down. I think the Bedware is the new Titan. I forget the name of it, but I think it's the new Titan that has the invincibilities, except better because it lasts longer, 1, and 2, it's a walking fortress. I can take 3 enemies shooting at me, 3 Titans shooting at me, and still be unfazed, and still walk in their beacon and act like they weren't shooting me to begin with. But anyways, here in this next game, again, starting off with the Demeter, just since it's a smaller map, I can usually be anywhere, but the reason why I wanted to show this gameplay is because the Demeter with the new robot, I wanted to show this gameplay on how well they can work together, basically making him invincible. He was already invincible, and now he's really invincible. Nothing's gonna be able to take him down. Unfortunately, he's so fast, I can't catch up to him, so I'm just waiting for my ability again. I'm gonna go try to get on him again, and then usually what I do in these instances, but I'm waiting for people to shoot me, because the more people shoot my absorber, the stronger my healing gets. Heal them immediately to instant health right there. Like, he's never gonna die, and this thing heals gray health, so he's never gonna die. I need to back up here because this guy's trying to push me, and Rexes are still pretty scary, but I don't know how, but the weapons didn't shoot there. I'm not sure if you noticed, but they went into automatic reload and didn't shoot, so I wasn't able to take out that sword. But spawning on the new robot again, and you can see that again he just goes back. He doesn't even need me at this point, but you know, I'm only the cherry on top. But hiding from this sword, trying to get away from him. And yeah, you can see, yep, I already knew he was going to come back right there, and wow, that new robot is just in the spawn completely raiding them, and I am completely helping the annihilation of the other team. Unfortunately, the Demeter does go down by a Nuo, but we did do a lot with the Demeter. We're gonna spawn in with the new addition to my hangar. I've added this recently. I leveled him up probably about a week ago, and he's been doing pretty well. So the drone I have on him is the only other robot I feel like works with the abilities, which is why I have it on. Plus you get different things like rust and fragility and stuff like that, making them squishier targets to shoot, right? I see this guy on the left side. I'm gonna unload my entire clip into him. The cool thing about this robot is that you get nuclear amplifiers, which is really dope, but I'm going to go ahead and drop some mines right here, just because, especially that Sandjok, I'm sure he'd enjoy them mines to the face. Also, the mines also applying EMP and stuff like that too, but he tried to annihilate me, and again, this robot is super squishy. Croco, Leodaris, or any of those weapons are instant kills to this robot. So, oh, he's chasing me. I think this is where I go down. Nothing really much I can do. Oh, I guess not. Throwing mines, throwing more mines, as many mines as I can. Gave him EMP again. Wow, those mines don't do as much damage as they used to, but they're still pretty effective today. Unfortunately, the Raptor took us out, so now we gotta drop the big boy. And then we have to go to center, I believe. I forget which direction I go in the Bedware with this one. Oh, actually, we head to their right beacon. Again, since this robot is so tanky and I can distract at least 3 to 4 people, especially normal robots, trying to distract them by heading to their right beacon so that the rest of my team can capture or at least hold down the rest of them. I see that stealther in the back. I'm waiting to see what he has. I'm not sure what weapons he has, so I was just looking, and of course he has those weapons. So we're gonna track anyways. I don't think there's a single weapon that he could possibly have that could one-shot me anyway. So we're gonna move forward and try to capture that beacon. And wow, there's no one over here. Go figure. Oh, there we go. There they start dropping, and there goes the Minos. So we activated our abilities at the same time, but unfortunately for the Minos, he will run out of his ability a lot quicker than I will, as you already can see. I'm trying to push him before my ability completely disappears, but unfortunately it dropped a little too late and he started shooting me anyways. Trying to put in as much damage as I can and hold this down, but now I see 3 Titans and I'm getting a little nervous, and but luckily again I'm just a huge distraction and I'm able to just hold them down and hold this beacon down for as long as possible. And my teammates in the background kind of shooting them in the back, help me out a little bit, but again, like 3 Titans on me and still not down, and it's been like 2 minutes since I've been sitting on this beacon. Now I will go down, but it really took a lot of Titans to take me down. 3 Titans here just sitting here trying to take me down. And then next, I'm pretty sure we drop in with the Ducks. That would make sense since it's the most Titan Slayer type robot that I have right now. I actually put the shield breaker on it because, again, for Atlas and for even Bedwares, this is a good counter for Bedware as well. Emets and a bunch of other absorber things, since a lot of things use absorber and even stealth nowadays, so it's still pretty useful. It's still pretty useful nowadays. I see that. Brain fart. I can't even think about robots right now. But I see that guy in the middle right now, and thinking about shooting him, but I gotta wait for him to jump over there so that I get a little bit of a clearer shot for him. I need to get every single one of my shots in. Miss like 1 or 2 anyways, but did quite a bit of damage. 600k is not light even for a Titan, especially with the drone creating rust and fragility. It's gonna take a while for him to heal from that, but unfortunately we go down. It looks like our team is starting to mech out here, and it looks like our beacon bar is also done, unfortunately. So, that leaves us with another loss, but I feel like this was a good gameplay to show you just how the Demeter works and how effective the Demeter still is in nowadays. And with this one specifically, also just the fact that even paired with newer robots and stuff like that, it makes him 10 times more powerful. Who would have thought? But anyways, that was the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.